Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to another great episode of Kyndra's Corner. Oh my gosh, man. This is a podcast that is dedicated to interesting news of the week, right? It is dedicated to random polling questions that I got for like the next 100 years because I just have questions floating in my brain all day long. And I always make sure I have really great guests to come on to my show. But with further ado, let me go ahead and say this real quick. Y'all know crumble cookies, right? Crumble cookies taste like they've been crumbling cookies in their booty. All right? And also, please work on y'all's body so you ain't screwing in a t-shirt for the rest of your life. Let me go ahead with that being said. With that being said, man. Let me bring some great people on this earth, who are on this earth to this podcast. So, further ado, let me bring somebody who actually was signed to No Limit. He was a No Limit soldier, but then he got kicked off because he got into a fight with Master P and he whooped Master P's tail. Wings on a plane.
Oh,
Wings on a
oh
plane.
shit, you about to get me shot, baby. Wow. What's down? What's down, baby? How y'all feeling today? Y'all saying we in the
Hey,
building on
hey,
Kendrick Corner.
hey. We good. We here. Let me go ahead and bring the next person to the stage, man. This is a brother, who is a great father. He makes sure to take care of all his 19 kids. He just had a newborn last week. Give it up for KLG, man. I didn't know Banks was still out there, doing
Over
her
there.
sizzle. Shout out to you, KLG. Congratulations.
Man, please, you better stop lying. Child won't come get me.
Well, let me go ahead. We got one more person. She hasn't been here on a podcast in a while, and she almost mollywopped the plumber and his wife earlier because she was talk. They both was talking slick, and she said, "Okay, try it if you want to." Miss Rashana
Hey
out there
y'all, hey,
getting
how
out
y'all
paid.
doing?
Oh, baby.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
How you feeling, babe?
What up, what up, what up,
I'm
what up?
here. I'm here.
Well, hey, there it is. There it is. Well, let me go ahead. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these interesting news of the week before we hit it big with this random polling question. So, first interesting news of the week. Mr. Sean, I'm gonna come to you with this.
Okay.
In 2017, a man got 37 plastic surgeries, along with changing his name to date his ex-girlfriend again after her restraining order. What are your thoughts on that? And also, part two of that is, what's the craziest thing a man's ever done with you to try to date you?
Um. Ooh. I mean I, that's weird. Who? For a man to do to go through all that to change who he is to be with this woman, that mean that must be really love. I mean, he must really love her. But
Come on.
my question is, what did he do to lose her? Um, for him to go through all this extra. Um, to get her back. I mean, someone right for her to just walk out like that. And the craziest thing, what was that you said? The craziest thing that a man ever did to do what was that with me?
To try to get with you, to try to like really be with you after you done told him no or you broke up with him or whatever.
What's the craziest thing? Let's see.
I want to hear this. Think long. I want to hear this.
The craziest thing I can actually say is, well, it was I ain't gonna say crazy, but it was sad because he was saying that he had death in the family. Like a close cousin or whatever, and he reached out and let me know that that was his cousin that had passed, and I was like, oh, because I'm really deep on, when it come to deaths, because like I said, I'm not good with deaths, but I know how it is when you need somebody when something like that tragedy has happened. But yeah, he said somebody had died that wasn't even kin to him
Mm.
when I ended up finding out.
How did you find out?
Because let me my I have my baby sister, yeah, she's like an investigator on the low. And so I
Oh,
called her and I was like, hey, they got the same last name. But these people, this last name is, they're not from the same area, but And somebody that I knew in that family was like, they didn't even know this person. They was like, I'm I said, well, he's saying like this is his second cousin. I don't She was like, I've never seen him no family reunions. Back in the day, my age, family reunions was, you knew everybody's on grandma's floor, so you kind of knew who was, kin to who. And she was like, I've never seen him at no family reunions. I never seen him. I don't know who he is. So well, anyway, I put my sister on, and I was like, hey, Renata, find out who this, find out if he kin to them. And so when my sister researched and found, she digs, and she said, Rashana, he not even kin to them. Them people from so and so spot. This boy is way from wherever. Them people, he ain't kin to them.
So, what did you say when you confronted him, or you just never spoke to him ever again?
No, I just never spoke to him again. That's weird. Like, why would you say your cousin slash uncle like grew up like brothers, and these people didn't even know you? And so just think about if I would have showed up at the funeral to support him, and he nowhere to be found, and they look like, who is this? Who is this girl? You get what I'm saying? And that was y'all.
Oh, shit.
Y'all don't even understand that. Now that was something that was, if you go to that extent to lie about that person was kin to you, and because they had your last name. Well, that's the case. Then I'm kin to Michael Jackson because my last name Jackson. So hey, my cousin passed, y'all. So can y'all take up a donation? I need y'all to come be with me, grieve with me. And y'all know damn well that Janet Jackson don't even know me. Don't have a clue about who I am.
Well, they actually they called me last week. They said they were waiting for you to come back. All
Okay,
right,
cool.
well,
Hey, tell them I need a loan. How about that?
they said they ain't got it.
No.
All right, so well, and you never saw that man ever again, right?
No.
Okay. I don't
No.
know. I'm telling you. Sometimes, listen, Wings. Go ahead. You want me to repeat it back? Repeat the interesting
I
news.
want to hear
Repeat.
his.
I mean, yeah, please do, cause yeah, I'm stuck. That nigga lame. That nigga lame, Shana. That nigga was
Okay.
lame.
So
That was.
this man back in
He said,
2017 had
oh, he
got
did 30-second surgery. Okay, now
yeah.
I'm looking at it now. So like, I don't think that no real shit, but at the end of the day, that is some weird shit. I have to really agree with Shana on this, because why would you do that, sir? Not
Yes.
only are you altering your body and your whole fucking like look to be with a person, you have to love yourself, bro. Like, how you gonna love this motherfucker? You don't love you. You chopping your
Okay.
body parts up. You done had all this surgery. What if you would have died on the table? It ain't guaranteed for you to get up off of a surgery just to go be with a young lady. She didn't probably
Okay.
suck somebody else peckerwood, give her vagina to somebody else, and you
Of
slicing
course.
all your body. That nigga
Okay.
ain't do nothing but took her to get some Popeye, probably smoke a little marijuana, got some wine, and he getting all of the goodies. You under the knife getting sliced and diced, be trying to go be with this young lady who left your ass in the first place. I
Exactly.
don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. This guy is mentally challenged. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah. That's. But my thing, what did she? Why did she leave him? Like, do you know? It's just a random question.
No, no, no. It never said why. It just said she had a restraining order, and so he decided to just go and his own friends didn't even know who he was. Like
That part don't
they
even matter. Why? Fuck that, nigga. Why is you chopping up your body? Now I can see if you a big nigga want to be a little nigga, like Rick Ross want to be little baby. Okay, god damn it. But you talking about your eye, your nose, 37 times, you're under the knife. Nah, bro. Even if you want to get your penis more bigger, I don't understand it. But what the fuck kind of surgeries is you getting 37 times? Like what the fuck to be with a person? You ain't even the nigga that she think you is. It's worse than when the girl
Exactly.
put on the fake eyelashes and the nails and the trick a
Oh
nigga
Lord.
suit. And then she take that shit off. Or you be like, bitch, you ain't who I met. You tricked me. That's false pretenses.
Capish.
The false advertising. I'm telling you I'm
Capish.
this and I ain't. That's worse than
Capish.
chicks with dicks, man. Don't do that shit, bro. That's not nice, bro. I don't like that shit, bro.
No.
I understand. I
Capish.
understand. Well, let me ask you this question, Wings. Before we move to KLG, so let me ask you this question. What's the craziest thing that you remember in your day ever trying to do to really impress a woman that you remember, or a woman doing to try to get with you?
I know last time we talked, I used to let them think I was a doctor. I can't say what like any female would But do for me.
Look at Rashada's
I think
face.
the craziest shit.
You missed Rashada's face. She wasn't here last time. You missed her.
Well, not. I wouldn't say it, but like I would let young ladies assume that I was a doctor. I work in dental assistant, so the people would just naturally assume I'm a doctor because I always wear scrubs. So I would just let them. I wouldn't confirm or deny it. So in most cases, they would think that I was a doctor or whatever. So that give me easy access. But it also highlights how shallow women are because you're willing to fuck me off of the perception you think this. You gonna
Exactly.
still fuck me like that when you find out I'm not? Because we still did we did it now. Whether I'm a doctor or not, you felt this meat inside of you. So do you like it? You don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that still matter now once I get it? So that was
I
probably the
mean, did
craziest
they
thing I
really
did.
feel it if you wearing condoms? That doesn't count. All right, KLG, let's go ahead and go to you next. All
You're
right.
gonna feel that soul pull, baby. You're gonna feel that soul pull.
KLG, do you want me to repeat the interesting news of the week for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, a man got 37 plastic surgeries along with changing his name to date his ex-girlfriend again after her restraining order. What are your thoughts on that?
Stupid as hell. Number two, who the
Exactly.
hell? If he got enough money to do that, you got enough money to buy another female.
Thank you. That part.
Thank you, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what the
Yes.
hell? I mean, ain't no way in earth I'm gonna spend all that money on that right there on one pussy. I'm sorry.
Unless you
Because
got that wop.
WAP is not even worth that. I mean, you know
It
how
ain't.
much plastic surgery is? Man, please.
Yeah.
Have you not forgotten about inflation?
You niggas about to get some
Paris.
That
AI
was
WAP.
back
Y'all
in
better come down on the
2017.
prices. They got the AI WAP out here. You hear me?
That's what I'm finna say, man. Sure, I spend some money. I do something new. I start pimping AI hoes.
What they got to me? I'm trying to tell you.
So wait. So hold on, KLG, I got a question. What
Mm.
is the craziest thing a woman has ever done to get with you, or the craziest thing you've ever done to get with a woman?
Well, ain't no woman did nothing crazy to get with me, but the craziest thing that I've done, it doesn't go to this extent or whatnot and stuff. Damn, what have I done? I don't think I really did nothing crazy to get with a woman. I don't think. Now that I'm thinking, hold on, give me a minute on that one. I'll be able to answer that in a minute.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and answer this while you're thinking on that. So,
Mm.
I think number one, bro, that's real dedication right there. That is some real dedication, and that broad is dumb because this makes me think to myself, like, how did you not like? Did he go to voice acting classes, change his voice as well? How did
How
she
did
not
exactly?
realize that, yo, I am talking to insert name here, right? And I wonder, how did he end up getting caught and found up? And this man, people like him, man, they just need to go and
Get
get
help.
deported to a whole nother country. You don't even deserve to be out here. Like, that's not, and restraining, y'all. Let me tell you something. Restraining orders they don't work because a restraining
Oh,
order is not going to stop the person from actually coming after you.
Coming
It'll
to
still
yep.
like you, what you call the police, and then what? What did they get your phone and break it? The restraining order does not do much for you. Okay, it doesn't. The craziest thing I could say a man has ever done to me was he actually, and this is, I'm telling you, like, thank God for memory, right? You might not remember a lot, but it's always good when those little things just like jog your memory about something, maybe a song you ain't heard of in so long or whatever. This guy, don't remember his name, but I do remember he came to my DM. Let's just say it was in a month of January. He came to my DM in January a few years back, and he starts talking to me. After like maybe the seventh message, he says to me, "Hey, I just like got this lawsuit. It's still pending right now. Like, he got hit in some type of car accident by a semi truck or whatever." He says, "Is are you going to be okay with trying to date me, knowing I don't have a ride or anything else in that manner to get out there?" And I just told him, I said, "Well, look, as long as you ain't trying to ask me for a ride, I don't really care." Right. And after that, I never heard from him again. A year and a half later, the next year, he says a different, same guy, but he has a different profile. See, this is the thing about Facebook, right? Instagram does the same thing, but the one thing I like about Instagram is that if you block somebody, you don't only block them, but you block all the pages that's associated with them. If you block somebody on Facebook, you can only block that one page. They can make hundreds of pages and still continue to harass you. Facebook needs to get on the same type of time that Instagram is on, right? So anyway, I say all that this to say, he comes back a year and a half. Yes, KG.
No, you go ahead with your story stuff. I'm just raising my hand because I finally figured out what that stupid I did. You go ahead though.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. Um, so like I said, a year and a half goes by. He comes back to my DM in a different form, a different person, but this time this conversation is a lot longer. I knew it was him when he said, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I got hit in this car accident by the semi truck. You know, I'm waiting for my settlement. Is it gonna be okay if I can get like, that we can still date if I don't have, with a ride or anything?" And I said, "Why haven't?" And I actually typed him a message said, "Why haven't I heard this before?" Like he
Amnesia.
says, "I don't know. Like I'm my own person. I don't know what you're talking about." And I
Oh,
went through
amnesia.
my messages. What'd you say? What'd you say, Shana?
He had amnesia. He forgot he told you that.
Yeah, he did.
The fuck?
That
Yeah,
nigga was like the Tinderler swindler. He was using that shit on everybody. He
everybody,
Yeah,
wasn't the
yeah,
first
for
or the
everybody.
real.
last. He was
So
using that shit.
I went back and I scrolled through my messages, scrolled through. It took me probably about 25, 30 minutes to finally find, because I had a lot of guys in my DMs at this point. 25, 30 minutes to finally find that same, like, exact message. And I said, "Is this not you?" He didn't have nothing to say. So I went to that same page, right? I went to page A and said, "Is this not you?" "Yes, this is me, but please give me a chance. I really like you. I don't know why
What the
people are
fuck,
impersonating me out
man?
here, but this is actually me."
Man, hell nah. Did you like him after that? Like, did you like him? Did you wind up liking him?
Hell no.
No, 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 no,
I mean, after
no.
all that he went through, you wound up still not liking him?
Hell no. That's
I
weird.
blocked. I cursed him clean out. I talked about his daughter. I went like this. I don't curse folks out no more. But I talked about his daughter. I talked so horribly about him, and I blocked him like with both of those profiles. I said, "How dare like, bro? This is not how you can get somebody. You're sitting here lying about who you
Who
are."
you
He
are.
literally has picture. Let me tell y'all something. Picture A, profile A, he has a hat on. Profile B, he doesn't have a hat on. Like, are you serious? Like, no type of effort, no type of nothing.
Does he look like the picture? Does he look like the picture though?
He's the same person, but one picture has a hat on, the other picture doesn't have a hat on. No type of effort or nothing, nothing.
I don't know what kind of niggas you be tracking in your DM. But then again, I don't know because I think I slipped in them one time before, respectfully. But it wasn't no crazy shit like that. I don't
Who
know.
knows? But you know what? Like I said, that's the craziest thing I've ever done to a man. I will say was try to do witchcraft to get him back. It's
What
KLG.
the
Go ahead.
what?
What were you
Hell
gonna go
no.
ahead?
Oh no.
I
I
could, I could,
learned that. I
I
learned
could,
that being a
I,
teenager. I learned that.
Yeah, I
I
know
could
Shana
speak
know
for a
that shit.
whole
Y'all better
nother.
stop fucking playing with the voodoo, man. What the
Hey
fuck?
man,
No.
I don't
And first of
know,
all,
man.
it wasn't
I
even,
don't.
no, it wasn't even me. It was my mom and my auntie growing oh shit, I can't remember. I think I may have been 13, maybe 14. And I remember my mama did that. Her my auntie, my mom wanted to get rid of this man and she did something and he left. And she ended up marrying him like maybe 10 years later. And he ended up like dogging her. Like he came back. That shit came back to bite her.
Man, that shit real. I'm
Of
telling you, man,
course,
I'm
of
scared
Yes,
of
course,
y'all
you
real.
now.
can't
It's
you can't
real.
do voodoo.
I
I'm
got
scared of
an
your
angel.
ass, kid.
I got an angel.
I
My
didn't know y'all
grandma
be playing
always
with
told me that. My grandma said, "Don't never let a man smell you." If you know what I'm talking about, never let a man smell
me.
you. No, never let a man taste you. And I never understood that at this time. Let's
Yeah,
remind y'all, I'm 9. I'm 7'9" with my grandma that's down south, that's dead and gone. Lord, I love my grandma. But she always used to tell me, don't let a man taste you, don't let a man smell you. And I used to always like, well, grandma, I want to put on perfume. And she like, just keep saying good morning and you'll learn. And I was thinking she was like, keep saying good morning. What she mean? Like, keep saying good morning. And as I got older, I swear they say what they want to, but a woman, she says taste and smell that. Hey, I believe that to
that
this
is very
day.
true. That's very true. We from that
Yeah,
region,
it's true.
baby. You know I know, goddamn. I don't play around with that shit. Now I don't know y'all.
Yeah, it's very true. She said, "Be mindful. Do not let a man do that to you." You holler
You said
about,
when?
a lot of people holler about the period and whatever periods and
Oh yeah,
stuff like
period, period.
that.
Yeah.
Period ain't got nothing to do with it. Period ain't got nothing to do with it. It's that that's another conversation. But go
That
ahead.
spirit leaving that energy. Ooh, it's
That's
just so.
another conversation there, but go ahead.
I know. See, you know what's so crazy? I didn't know anything about that until I had a doctor who I had worked for. He was the one who told me about that. I said, "Oh, I can do that." He's like, "Don't you do that?" I said, "Why would you tell me about that? If I wasn't, whatever." Anyway,
I'm scared of that.
KLG, you said that you remember. Go ahead. What did you remember about the craziest thing that you have done?
I stole a woman's car.
Here you go, let
That's
me
not
calm
crazy.
down.
That's not really crazy. That's just
You
like
know, that's
Why
I
did
regular.
you
don't
steal
I'm
her
like, what the
car?
fuck? Both
Let
of
me tell
y'all
y'all a
Why did you
story.
steal her car,
crazy.
KG?
Let me tell you a story. Okay, the thing about it was I was pumping my gas at a car at a station, right? Girl that I've been doing stuff, but never really had the balls to, like ask her out or anything like that. She pulled up and stuff, and we was somewhat as friends. She knew me from, the guys I was hanging with and stuff, and she knew we wasn't up with a bunch of fools, laughter and all that stuff there. So the thing about it, she said, she was like, hey, I like, hey, what up, man? I got, I like, man, damn. I need to say something to you. She was like, well, oh, hold up. She was like, oh, hold up and stuff. Let me go pay for my gas right quick and stuff. I'll be right back. And she left her car door open, running. So the stupid 16-year-old me just jumped in her car and just took off.
Man, what the fuck you went to?
see the next gas pump.
Yeah, if you needed gas,
She
how
ain't
far
having
you
this
got?
here gas.
She had a half a tank in there. I remember. So she had a she was one of them people, like go to the gas tank every time her tank gets to a half and stuff. So but what I did was I just hit a block and I came back. And when I came back, she was just staring at me crazy like with her mouth wide
What
open.
the
She
fuck
was like,
around with you?
yeah, and that's exactly
Wait,
what she
hold on.
said.
So you stole the car and brought it back to her?
Yeah, yeah. I just went to do a block and came back and stuff. She was like, she was looking at me crazy. And guess what
I
I
don't
said? I
blame her.
said, I was like, she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I said, your suspension looked like it was bad. I had to test it out for you. I just wanted to make sure that was right.
Did that work out? Did it work out? What did that work out?
No, no.
It didn't, but later on, she read here. She was like, "Ain't shit wrong with my goddamn suspension. You don't jump in my damn car and haul ass like that. You're crazy. You know that. You are really, really crazy." I was like, "Yeah, I'm crazy about you." And she was
Oh, nigga,
like,
yeah,
Oh,
that's
that
some
was
fly shit
sweet.
right there.
That
I
was
like that
sweet.
one,
Oh,
dog.
that was
Hey,
sweet. I like that. I
I
like
like
that.
that
I
one,
like
dog.
that.
Hey,
I like that.
That
I'm
was
crazy
Now
so
you
about
done
it.
won me
funny.
over with that
I
one. Now
like
you
that
done
one, dog.
I
fucked me
Hey,
like it.
over.
I like it, man.
look,
I hope
I
you
ain't
got
bothered to
paid
see
for
that
that
big
car.
car. I like that one, son. I'm crazy about that. I like that one, son.
I like that. Me too. I like that one. That
so.
was sweet.
So the thing about it and stuff, you know how we young females are mad and stuff. And when I said that, she looked and she started looking crazy, like, yeah, something wrong with you and stuff. She started smiling a little bit and stuff. And I was like, hey, man, look, it was just a harmless joke, man. Can I get with you? And stuff like that. She was like, when? You going to be at the party tomorrow night? I said, I probably will. I know tomorrow's Friday night and stuff, so where you going to be? So after she got through pumping her gas, she jumped in the car, rolled down the window, and she was like, find me. And then she took off.
You
Oh,
ain't
I was
found
like,
she left your ass at the party.
her.
yeah,
You ain't
no, she left
found
my ass at the gas station. And so she
Damn.
was
Hey,
her. You
like,
but
haven't
nigga,
found her.
but
let-
guess what though? Later on, I did find her and stuff.
Mm.
That next night, I did find her. She was at another party, not in the party she was talking about, but she was at another party I got with her and stuff like that. We had a good time together and stuff. You know how they go
Oh,
and
I'm
stuff.
gonna use that shit, bro. I
We
like that. I'm crazy
actually,
about this shit. I'm
we
gonna do some crazy
actually,
shit. I like that.
we actually had a year-long relationship. It was good.
okay.
After you stole that big car, y'all went together for a year. Man, that's some pimping shit right there, brother. I tip my
Why?
hat. You just
Wait,
stole
how
a
the
big car.
relationship end?
Because
You at
see,
least you
here's
ain't
the
still a
thing.
vagina, so that's good.
In those days, you had no choice but to be creative. Now we all know women want you to make them laugh. They want you to, like kind of like, like surprise them in a way and stuff like that. I might have went about it the wrong way, but as you can see, I brought it
Brought
back
it back. You did. Okay.
and
You
stuff.
did.
And to this day and stuff, I think she probably still telling that story to this day.
Hell yeah, she ain't forget that shit. I don't think she
Oh,
forgot
she
that one,
did.
dog.
Yeah, she didn't get that
I
one.
don't think
No,
she
she.
forgot that one, nigga. She ain't
Because I
forget
was
that
in
one,
those days, I was coming out of my shy realm, and I was kind of learning me who I was. So it was some hiccups there, but as y'all can see, I was working it out.
You jumped off the post in a hell of a way. That nigga said, I stole that big car. Nigga, damn. I don't know if I steal a big car. I'm gonna do some crazy shit and be like, babe, I'm crazy about you. I like that shit. I'm gonna use that shit for real.
I
I'm gonna
like
see if it
that.
works for
she
me.
That
she
was sweet.
asked me, she was like, why did you do it that way though? I said, man, I ain't gonna lie, I was stupid. I ain't really know what to say to you and stuff like that. I see you turn down guys that, okay, y'all, back in the day, no homo or nothing like that, but we all knew us short, kind of like chubby guys didn't really get to play like that, you know. So
I feel like
we had to come provocative in some ways and stuff to actually get a female's attention and stuff like that. So you know,
you ain't lying. I had a cousin, my dog rest in peace. He was just like that, but that nigga be mean to them hoes, but they like that shit, bro. I'm like, they liked it. So like, I don't know.
Mhm.
It did with them.
Well, let me go ahead. Let us hit it with our random poll of the night. Let us hit it with the random poll of the night, right? So I'm going to go to KLG first. So, KLG, their parents, because, we got two parents out here, and I'm a cat parent, so that makes me 2.5. All right. So, there are parents who will pimp their kids out, meaning that they will push their children to do certain sports so they can be a famous athlete, whatever it might be, whatever that could look like. Who was someone that you personally knew whose caregiver pimped them out?
me. Pimp my children
Hmm.
out all the time. Shit, I try to tell them go do something. I mean, goddamn, go try to go date a lawyer, a doctor, a pimp, something, gangster, one of them and stuff like that. Anything you can do to get out of my wallet and whatnot, go.
Oh shit.
So that way, so you
Shit.
told your daughters that?
Yeah.
Nigga say, yeah.
First dad, I didn't heard say that.
Well, here's the thing and stuff. That way, I ain't got to worry about daddy. Can I have this? Daddy, can I have that? I even pick my son out and stuff. I try to find him a good looking one. Son, she look like she rich. Go. Tell my son, no, son. He be like, no, dad. Too what? She got money. Go. Don't fat shame and don't color shame or whatnot and stuff. Go. Let that head follow and the ass shall follow. I mean, let the head lead and the ass shall follow. Shit. Anything to do to get them out of my pockets. Shit.
Nigga said, he need the answer file.
But they'll never get out your pocket. It's all a
They grown.
dream.
They grown.
They
They
wrong
grown.
and they still they don't got your
Mm,
pocket.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
can't
I'm
you
now you
say
telling
see
you,
why I
fuck
say
that,
that.
don't get out of
if you
mine?
say,
Can't
look,
you
I
say
say if yours getting out your pocket, please tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm still trying the same method. I know
I'm
at this
telling you,
point in time it seems like insanity, but
it is.
I'm still trying to do do some creative things to
Yeah.
like get them on their own. One
Yeah.
said fuck it and put a house right next to mine. I
Okay.
like god damn.
I know. Yeah.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Wings on a plane. Go ahead.
I don't know, man. I ain't got no children or nothing, so I ain't really no parent. I don't know. I guess I see like kind of going on with Shauna and kids. You was going. You see that shit with parents trying to vicariously live through their children, and I see that with like the dads that want the kid to like play the sports, the mama that be the pageant mama, the beauty queen, and she dressed the little girls up and all that. I've seen that before, but not personally in my life with the people. But the people that do that though, you fucking them little churn up, you hear me? A public example could kind of be like what's going on with the little girl. I don't like speaking on the child, but
Miss Shirley.
Kanye's child, his
I thought
daughter, his oldest daughter.
I
What's
thought you
going on
talking
with
about
this
Miss
young lady?
Shirley.
Is busy. I won't keep it real. When you see stuff like that, the mother is putting this onto the child, so that does affect the psyche of the children. You hear me? Like if you
Mm,
got these expectations on you, that be fucking them up. That's why all the R. Kelly victims, the parent was like, "Oh, my baby is a singer," all that type of shit, and you
Dropping
see
them
it.
off.
But I never seen a person in my life personally like pimp their children, but I've seen people do it. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
That shit ain't right no across the board because I work at pediatrics. That shit is not right to be messing with the children. We do
Yep.
not fuck with people that fuck with the children. Okay, stop pimping your goddamn children out. And when they come to the goddamn dentist office, stop telling them what the fuck happened to you when you went to the dentist. Okay, we have new technology. It wasn't like when your ass was little.
Hell
We love
yeah.
the kid
mm.
on the Kendra Crump Corner. You know, Kendra Show. Yes, yes.
Um, Miss Rashana, go ahead.
But my thing is, I always raise my kids. I never raised them. Hey, because I hear a lot of parent, I'm gonna say because I always lived in I live on the south, so I always hear a lot of parents. I mean, I see a lot of parents. Oh, go play football. You're gonna be this. You're gonna be that. I always told my kids, be what you want to be. Whatever makes you happy. You want to work at McDonald's? Hey, work at McDonald's. You want to work at Burger King? Work. You want to work in the hospital? Mama got you. Want to be a housekeeper? You want to be a phlebotomist like mama? You want to be a nurse? Do what makes you happy, but do something to make legit money, and don't have to
Mm-hmm.
worry about watching your back and looking behind back to see, you know, do something, make your money the honest way. However you make it, mama proud of you however you are. And I'm teaching that into my grandbabies. Grow up to be whatever you want to be. I'm not gonna put my granddaughter in no pageants. I mean, she's pretty, she's a cute little 4 year old. But hey, yeah, I tell her all the time, you beautiful, you this. Hey, but grow up to be what you want to be. You want to be a whore? I can't stop you. That's what you
Oh
want to
Lord.
be. I can I know. I'm saying I'm gonna teach her and show her the right way. But I can't stop what
Mm.
she's gonna do and wanna be. I get the stripper, I can't stop her. Hey, her life. It ain't mine. Just do it the
That's real.
honest way.
That's real. You did your part, baby. Shit,
I
it's on
did
you,
my
man.
part. I did my part. You can't never say that you seen your Riri or you seen Mama on the pole or wherever. You can't. I don't think you say, "Hey, I just knew that mother was going to work at night. She just always worked nights with a scrub on." Now, what she did when she went out that door with that scrub on, the scrub on, I can't tell you. But I know when I went to that hospital, college hospital, she was there with that white coat on, with a little cart, with a little tray, you know, telling you, "Huh, here $5, here $10." But you have to let your kids be what they want to be, or your grandkids be what they want. You can't make them be somebody that because you wanted to be that and you didn't live your life out to be that. So don't force them to be something because who's to say they don't want to be like that? You're forcing them and you're gonna push them away.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That's
That's
real.
it.
That's real.
That's real.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's real. Well, I knew one woman. She's a woman. Um, I met her when I was in college, and she has a really big butt, and it's real.
Mhm.
Um, and her,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
but the girl's a lesbian now. So man, all that butt went to waste, man. That's
Ain't
now
lying.
she loud. She now, man, she backing up on a synthetic nigga, man. That's bull crap. Like, bro, you could be engaged to someone who's gonna stay in the heterosexual relationship so she can
Well,
smack rub her butt across somebody's face like Rikishi. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that
but I'm
voodoo.
gonna ask.
Anyway,
I know I might be the oldest one on here, but back in my days of growing up, my grandma and
Where you at, Shina, baby? What nan at?
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Oh,
she'll come
grandma ain't
back.
want that
She'll come
secret to be
back.
told. Grandma ain't want you to be telling it. Hold on.
can y'all hear me? My bad.
Oh,
My grandma
Yeah,
that
you good.
the
There we
grandma
go.
my biological grandma and my grandma that raised me, did they not make that seem women sleeping with women? They made it seem so nasty back when I
Mm-hmm.
was coming up. So you didn't and they used the word bulldigger and old butch
Yep.
and
Very
Yeah,
bad.
that
yeah.
word sounded so mean and so nasty. You didn't even have a thought of, and you go like, "Grandma, what that mean? What you mean?" Like two women. You just had that. And as we grew up, I mean, I didn't instill it into my kids, but I told my boys, "Hey, I don't care who you bring home. I don't care what color. No correction. I don't care what color you bring home. White, black, brown, blue. I don't give a damn. Long as it's a woman.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't care what it
Exactly.
is, what
Yeah.
color it is. Long as it's a woman that was born a woman.
Yes, ma'am.
If you
Yeah. I
want to
can
go
remember
do
that.
what you
Yeah.
do that up there. But don't bring that in here talking about, oh, this John, this my no. I'm
No
not going to
chicks with
accept that.
dicks. We don't do chicks with dicks, brother. You got to get a lady.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, she where did the corner of Kendra go? Miss Kendra, where you at, girl?
Mm-mm.
Oh, damn.
I know everybody went out. What happened?
Say, look. Well, yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. We back
Oh
at
yeah,
it.
that's that
Yeah.
devil over there. Oh yeah, they ain't
We
want to
playing.
hear
Yeah,
that.
look.
That devil hurry up and got through that screen.
Look, baby, look. You can't stop a train, baby.
But I
Okay,
always
keep
told
going.
mine,
So
I
you
don't care
said,
what color. I don't care what color,
mm-hmm.
what race. I don't, as long as it's a woman that was born a woman. Now I stand on that. I don't, to each his own lifestyle with their children, with but I stand on that, and I'm gonna stand on that with my grandkids. I don't care what KD, as long as it's a woman. I don't care what KK, long as it's a man. Don't come here talking about you sleeping with Lisa and this your wifey. No, you and your wife can get that damn dough. I'm sorry. It's not my life. You're not fit to bring that spirit into my house. Like I can deal with a lot of things, but I that's one no, I can't deal with that spirit. To each his own lifestyle, but
Mm.
just not my bloodline.
Mm-hmm. Let
That's
me let
respectable.
me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all this real quick question, right? I noticed that a lot of people do have an issue with the homosexuality agenda lifestyle. However, um, no one really cares. Okay, if they bring someone home who's a thief or someone who's home who was on the sex offender registry list, or like I think I just noticed it's that one spirit that is like stay away from us completely. Why do y'all think that is so?
Yeah, no, I don't want no thief in my house. If I know you're a thief and you got one time to steal from me, you won't walk foot back in my door. No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not homeless, sex offenders, you done slept with a child, or you done slept with, hell no, don't come back in my door. I got enough spirits I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But them
I,
certain spirits I'm not gonna deal with. And I know it. And I know it. Now if I don't know it, I don't know. But if I find out, you might as well
so it's
turn
over.
around.
She
Yeah,
said,
It's a
don't.
wrap.
you say, she say, I don't know,
No.
but if I find out.
Yeah, but if I find out, no.
No, it's listen, it's a wrap. Well, like I said with her, because like I said, her butt was so big, all that type of stuff. Her mother liked men with money, so her mother purposely like trained her to go on dates with men who she knew was a certain caliber because her mom is tall, thin, stick figure, like right. Um, and honestly, she's the only like she has a lot of sisters. She's the only one who actually has a shape, right? And so her mother trained her to go on dates with these men, so these men could. Now she never slept with the guys, but she would just go on dates with them and be like, some go ahead and get with my mom, and her mom would secure the bag like that. Her mother ended up going to prison later on because she took a charge for a man who was a drug dealer. So it's like it reminds me of that Bible verse, what is the profit of man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? And
Mhm.
everything else like that. And so her mother was just a money hungry like greed with that. And I'm like, bro, it's as much as yes, us women we like a man who is financially stable, but you got to be financially responsible. The average man is only making like $50,000 a year, if that, right? But if he
Yeah, we
knows
ain't
how to,
up like they say. We ain't up like they say. We ain't
yeah,
up.
I'm just
I mean,
saying
I'm
now women
fine
are
with
making more
that.
money than the man. But
I'm
that
fine
was
with
the
that as
first.
long as they legit and it's legal, and they try. I mean, that's how you grow together.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all bring each other. Like I told a lot of people say 50-50. You always know my saying it's 100-100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, it is that was sad, and I think the thing is today she still doesn't recognize that. But yeah, and I asked her because again she has a child, right? It's always funny how these women sit here and they got 5 kids and they want to go be gay. I'm like, whatever. So she
Thank
had,
you. I don't understand that. I don't
I
understand
got
that for
gay
none in the
jokes.
world.
I got gay jokes for days, man. I got gay jokes for days or whatever.
I
I'm
don't
like, but
understand it. I wish somebody would could just answer that for me. You done had, excuse my friend, you done had all this wood. And now you done had so much wood to now it don't even interest you. Now you want to go to some what you bumping or somebody got to hold on. Let me put this on. I'm confused.
It
And
confuses.
and they're going to women that's looking like men. That's another thing I'm confused.
yeah,
I
it's
mean, but you
it's
you going to a woman that got a
You,
fade, low cut, the sports bra. Y'all look, y'all
you
might
hit
look
it
at me,
on the head.
but I have a niece. My only niece is a dyke. She's the dude, and I look at her and I be like, what? She have no kids or nothing, and I'm going like, what?
what
I don't
happened.
understand. And you got pretty females. She bring these pretty females or whatever, and I'm going like, I'm confused. Like, why y'all want to do? Like, this is a dude with a face.
But
What's
that's
the
the
difference? Go
biggest.
get a man.
The difference is
Thank
I
you.
can fuck you. You look like a boy, but I will show you that God made you a lady. I would have sex with a stud just to show you that you're not a boy. You might dress like a boy.
You gonna
You
have
might
to
act like a
swell.
boy.
Like,
But
oh
your
my
anatomy
gosh,
will allow
please.
my penis
That's
to
my
go
first
inside
time
your
hearing
vagina.
that's the first. That's my first time hearing that a guy would have a sex with a
I
stud.
would fuck a stud. I
Yeah,
have before.
you gotta realize.
I have before. Is it? And guess what? That pussy hit tighter than real
I
lady.
was gonna
Lady.
say it
Just
Yeah,
will.
ain't
because they got
nobody
to stop and
tampering
put
with
it on. They got to stop
it.
put it on.
So the thing for me is, this is why I say when females, you right, they confused. You leave niggas to go deal with a chick that thinks she's a nigga, but a real nigga will fuck you and your quote unquote boyfriend, because your boyfriend got a vagina.
And you know what? Like I
Yeah.
said, now she's married. So she's been
I'm
married.
glad she is. I'm
The,
glad she found out.
the stud has her name tatted on her neck, and all of that type of stuff. And you know what? She talks about Christ a lot. It's, you know what? It's a lot. It's just it's
Yeah.
I just, you know what I do? It's a lot of people. This is why I say what I do is I mind my business. If Jehovah tells me to go and like okay, in the Old Testament, when King David did what he did to Bathsheba, and his life started falling apart, and then the prophet Nathan came and he righteously judged him for what he did, and King David said, you know what, man, that was wrong, da da da. Unless Jehovah tells me to go and righteously judge this individual that I know was going on a wrong path, I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't have at the because a lot of people ain't gonna want to hear the truth, and they want to be like, you judging me, and then they want to throw that scripture, and I'm like, guys, you can't, whatever. At that point, whatever, you want to live your life, you want to live your life, but at the end of the day, there's a scripture in Isaiah that says, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord when all this is over. So that's why you get your life right now. But she wants to do that, and she talked about, oh man, my coochie ain't never felt this great. I done been with so many guys. My coochie ain't never worked this well until I got with her. And I'm like, well, okay, well, I am so sorry to hear that. Anyway, so this has been a great, great, great episode of Kyndra's Corner, man, with the title of Pushed or Pimped, the fine line between support and exploitation. I want to
Mm.
thank everybody who showed up. KLG, I thank you, and that woman who KLG, he stole the car from, she thinks she was, well, she's gonna tune in and make sure of it. Wings on the plane, I appreciate you with all of your tomfoolery. Miss Rashana, thank you so much. Even though we had a quick slight technical difficulty, it didn't matter, because guess what? The roll with the punches, it doesn't matter. So with all that being said, you all be safe. Y'all be blessed. We're out. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
I